Pissed.
Can
you get a little less?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, mine too.
I like it. It's turning me up.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, she turned mine down too.
I hope I don't need it turned up.
Yeah.
Buff Nation, I'm muted.
Oh, we just can't. It's because you turned it down
That's
so
true.
low.
I told you before we went live.
There we go. All right. Now.
Buff Nation.
Let's go, baby.
You did text me and say 4 o'clock with the time.
Oh, please.
I got proof. I have receipts.
I want to see him.
Okay. All right.
Why are you always pulling out your text message receipts on me,
I'm just saying I got receipts. So the joke was toward him. Not
Okay, I didn't think that was a joke.
It's, text, man. I didn't.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you. Let me apologize. I didn't do a LOL or an emoji.
Yeah, that helps.
Because I was walking and typing, but I figured he would get it because we had like jabbed each other.
right.
Yeah, so it was a Jake this, not you.
Well, my friends, biggest weekend of the off season has already begun.
We're presented by Illegal Pete's, everyone's go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beers.
Good job.
That was rapid.
Well, I thought that my guy was about to cook here.
No, I was just saying, like, this is going to be huge, and it already has been. I mean, we've already got to commit. It's 4 o'clock on Friday. We haven't even really gotten started, and you've got usually it's us telling people this could be big.
Yeah.
Now you've got national recruiting analysts from multiple different platforms saying, keep an eye on Colorado this weekend. It's about to get popping.
And just a couple of days ago, what were they saying? You don't have to go into it, but you know what they were saying.
Yeah,
we were losing everybody and losing everything, and here we are, spring game weekend, black and gold weekend. The rain forecast doesn't matter. The recruits are here. The players are here. Everybody's excited. The arrow is pointing up.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the fact that the sun is shining today.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of the guys, I assume most of them are here today. So at least they get to see, it's not always like what it's going to be like tomorrow.
And some got here earlier. Some, came in Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
And it has been beautiful this week.
Yep.
Will Shepard's here, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Love to see it.
You already mentioned it. Rashad Amos has committed to Colorado. Played at South Carolina from 2020 to 2022. Only had 20 carries in that time. He entered the portal at the end of the 22 season. Committed to Miami, Ohio last year, breakout year, 210 carries, 1,075 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's 5.1 yards per carry. He also added 6 receptions.
That's a running back, right?
That is the running back.
Oh, man, y'all were just saying. Not y'all. No.
Yeah.
Well, he made it official 40 minutes ago.
Yep.
As we say, Jake, that'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do. 1,000 yards, 5 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. Dude can tote the rock.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to look at yards per carry. You don't care about how many carries the guy had. You want the yards per carry. Guy getting you 5 per carry, that's a league guy. That's NFL attention guy.
Yeah. Well, and you do look at the carries because you could run for 5 a carry on 30 carries.
Yeah.
When you run for 5 a carry on 210 carries, that means that you were doing it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not, your guy who's going to hit 3 for 3 yards and then 1 for 40 and balance out the average. Like, this is honestly, like most of the running backs in this room, which I think is an interesting discussion to have, he is more of a bruiser back.
Mm-hmm. He's the biggest back we have now, 6'2", 225.
Yeah. Dang, that is big.
Big boy.
Yep.
Moving the pile.
So our backfield now is going to be led by Dallin Hayden, Rashad Amos, and then Michael Welsh, Charlie Offerdahl.
That's right.
I mean, you got to feel good about that, right?
You have to feel great about it. I mean, what a turnaround.
Yeah.
You go from this room full, everybody's excited about it. You go to a room empty, and everybody's, packing in the tent and selling the stock. And now everybody's, I want back in.
And that's what's so crazy about college football in today's day and age. I mean, this happened over the course of what, a week?
Less than a week.
A week?
Yeah.
A week
Less
ago,
than that,
you've
no.
got
Yeah, it was less than a week.
It was so Tuesday was the night that we got the Dillon news.
Okay, so but a little bit before that was Alton.
Yeah.
Or actually it was Monday night. Yes, before that it was Alton. Monday night we got the Dillon news. Tuesday's when it happened, and then it was Monday night when we got the announcement that he's coming on a visit when he was committed to Mississippi State.
But I mean, if you just rewind to Alton entering the portal, you go Alton enters the portal, Savion enters the portal, Dillon enters the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Before even Dillon enters the portal, you bring in Dallin Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dillon goes, and then you now bring in Rashad Amos, and it's like it all just you just blinked your eye, and the whole room flipped.
Yeah. And then internally, because Charlie and Michael were nursing some injuries, it felt even more impactful because you're still trying to practice when this is going on. And so 3 left, but you're down 5 because you got 2 that you were counting on that were managing some injuries. So to have these signees come on board this last week of spring ball, going to the spring game, the room is totally flipped back around again.
And I do find it interesting, and I think it tells you about the way that Coach Prime and Pat Shurmur want to run the ball. That it is, I mean, Dallin Hayden can definitely break some, bigger runs, and so can Michael Welch. But these guys are all, you don't have a speed back, scat back type here.
That's Charlie.
That's true. But this is about power running.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the identity they want to have is,
absolutely.
Look, we can be a finesse passing team, but we're also going to punch you in the mouth when we run the ball.
That's what Coach Prime wants to do when running the ball. He likes those big backs. Go ahead.
And we have to do that to control the clock. The running style you just described, when we sat in this room at 3 a.m, if we had that type of back running that type of way in that game, that show's totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you're controlling the clock. I'm trying to talk about it without saying it because I don't want to take you down that road.
Everyone knows.
Friday,
Everyone
man.
knows.
Don't do this to me on
exactly.
Friday.
I don't want to. So you know the game I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
If we get 1 first down.
I know.
So if we had a back that just got 5.5 yards and,
And I think there was 2 or 3 4th and 1s.
Yeah.
That
the game
were
completely
were
changes.
throws that were unsuccessful.
We had a holding penalty that called back a first down too.
Yeah.
So this team, under Coach Prime, under Coach Shurmur, wants to run the ball, wants to have a dedicated, run game. When we did the draft, I talked about how I want to see us have a game with that balance where we had, what did I pick, 40 runs? We're building toward that.
Damn, you just reminded me what I took first overall in that draft.
You did. Yours is not going to pan out.
Oh, no. I don't even want to know what it was.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Actually, I think I remember.
Yeah. We're not even going to get to it.
It's not going to happen.
Well, should we bring on our guest?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
There is nothing stronger that's taking place in college football than collectives, than NILs, than working together and forming, let me just use the word, alliances.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Let's form an alliance so we can get this thing done. And as my guys have often said on this show, there's no better way to participate in winning than through giving to the collectors in the alliance.
Yep.
So we now have with us, joining us on the show live, the DNVR pregame show, Reginald Calhoun Jr., who I think today is Friday. I think yesterday was day 1.
Yes, sir.
Welcome aboard, man.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here for sure.
Yeah.
It's great to have you, man. Tell us about your role with 5430 and how you got involved.
Yeah, so my role is that I'm director of operations and business development. So basically, I manage all the players, make sure they show up to their engagements, and also go find them opportunities out in the marketplace for NIL. I got in it because I've been in the space educating about how athletes can leverage their time in school, maximize their time in school, and then leave school with something more than just memories of catching passes. Yeah. So they brought me on because I do relate to the athletes. I do relate to the business side as well. So
that's great, man.
It is great.
Reginald's been around college athletics. When you follow his Instagram, we got to plug your Instagram. You see him speaking at college campuses all across the nation, speaking to young people, businesses about the business of sports. And now we got a guy with all that experience literally working in our alliance. Can't beat it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you come on in. You not bothered? Yeah, do your tour. So, look, we're in the team meeting room live doing the show. And so this is recruit weekend and the building's being toured. So the doors go open. People going to come in. Don't worry about it.
We actually need to just put up a sign outside the door that says, we are recording.
Yeah,
do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in.
Nice and informal. I'm so impressed by the evolution of the 5430. When I first started talking to those guys and got connected with them, it was very much grassroots. Like, Coach Prime is here. We got to put something together, and we got to get going. And just this week, multiple hires into the organization. Just what is your kind of perspective of how this has grown and where it's heading?
Man, I actually see it on a trajectory that matches the program. Right, it was a rebuild. And then now it's on a structure where now we're heading in the right direction. I believe NIL is a great tool, but it's also, like Coach Prime mentioned, it's an opportunity to develop and leave a lasting legacy and a lasting impact, not just on the athletes, but their families too.
Yeah.
So you mentioned getting the athletes out in the community, trying to get them engaging with the community. What are some of those things that the athletes here at Colorado are doing to help kind of grow that bond between the team and the community?
Yeah, so getting out and supporting different charities, right? So on Cold Plunge or Boys and Girls Club, toy giveaways, bike drives, feed the homeless, things like that. But also, I'm gonna bring a different spin to it and actually get them into things where they can showcase their personalities and their brands in front of the community, the youth and the elderly and things like that too. So not just going to smaller charity events, but also allowing them to exercise in their hobbies.
Yeah. So I know this is day 2 for you, and we're about to wrap up spring ball and kind of have, from a football perspective, a little time off. We come back right on Memorial Day to start some strength and conditioning stuff. There's really no off-season in fundraising.
No.
So what are some of the things you're going to be working on as we go into May, transitioning out of spring ball, but the business side is picking up?
Yeah, so the most important aspect really for us right now is education. Yeah. So educating the public on what an NIL collective actually is and what is here for. So that I think the more that they are equipped with the education of it, them giving is going to be a lot more easy. Right, because they'll know what they're giving to, and not just saying we're going to just give it for.
Gotcha.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is something that we've talked about on the show a lot. Like,
yes, sir.
There's always been donating to your favorite college football program, and the best ones have always gotten more donors. But I don't know if it's ever been so clear that when you donate, you're directly donating to the idea of winning. Than with 5430 at Colorado. There's a lot of different things and a lot of different ways that you can contribute. But if your goal is obviously to help these kids and to get them opportunities and then to help Coach Prime and help this team win, this is, I feel like, the easiest way it's ever been to do it.
Definitely, because if you want to win, you have to just take the stress off the athlete's plate. And the number one stressor for athletes in college is finances. So if you can help them and alleviate their stress, guess what? Yep. They can play more free, yep. Which makes them operate in a high level, which allows us to win.
I love it. For you, obviously you just got started here, but if you are to say 5 years from now or however long you envision this, this role for yourself, if you were to look back and say, man, I cooked, what did you do? What was the ultimate success for you in this position?
The ultimate success for me would be treating guys like Charlie. Allowing them to experience the opportunity that a scholarship kid has through his NIL.
That's great.
I love that.
I mean? So you can have that walk-on that still gets that feel.
Yeah.
But they're doing it on their own merit too.
Man, I love that.
That's great.
And I've been seeing Charlie on some law firm stuff, getting this cooking going on. That's awesome. That's a great response there, Reginald. So 5430 Alliance on Instagram, Reginald Calhoun Jr. on Instagram.
Reggie Calhoun
Jr. on Instagram. Man, y'all make sure y'all follow, keep up with them.
Keep up with the alliances going on. Giving him the full name.
Well, I mean, so you got to know the Calhouns. Here's what we're going to do. In the future, we're going to have Junior and Senior on the show.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
If you pull that off, you're
I don't think I'm gonna pull it off. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Do you guys go back?
We go back, but he goes way back with Coach Prime, Truth Days. Reginald Calhoun Sr. is director of football operations for Colorado football.
Okay.
Right. And you talk no nonsense. You talk about why this organization runs the way it runs, because director of football operations, he bout it. As Coach Prime say, he bout it.
Yeah, about it.
I know the same thing is going to happen over the Lions. Yeah, fruit don't fall too far from the tree.
Time to get it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, so, man, anytime the Alliance needs us to promote something, come back, we're in.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
We're going to Jake and I are going from here right to the primetime elite dinner.
Are you just put a jacket on over the Shador shirt there?
I got a change of clothes in the
Nah,
car.
man, just put the jacket on top.
So the website also too is
plug it.
It is www.5430alliance.com, right? And
Yeah.
you can give as little as $25, right? So to get a part of it, you know, micro donations work too.
We talk about that all the time, Reggie. Like, a lot of folks sit back and say, well, the people who give $25,000, that's their thing, their kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing where, man, $20 a month.
Yeah.
You and your friends get together, challenge each other, and say, hey, for this year, each one of us is going to give $30 a month for the year.
Yep.
The difference that makes in who we can recruit, retain in our collective, we can blow people out of the water.
Yeah.
I mean, I say it every time, but Colorado doesn't have Jerry Jones like Arkansas or someone like that who's just going to take care of everything for everyone. But I do know that we've got upwards of 20,000 people watching this show every single day. And if all those people band together to make $20 donations a month or more, then that's how we as our community, in this room, in this show, can make a real difference.
And with Coach Prime and the players hold up that national championship trophy, you know you had a part of it.
He was part of it.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yeah. Reggie, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you, man.
Reggie.
Sure, man.
Anytime, every time.
Yes, sir.
Cool guy, man.
Like I said, we
What about that Charlie answer he gave?
that was great.
That's
I'm talking about,
That's what it's all about.
you know, if you ever watched baseball, played baseball, you're in the dugout, sunflower seeds, ain't really paying attention, but you hear the sound of the bat and you know he got all of it. And so everybody does this because you know that one is gone. He knocked that one out, man.
He did. He
Charlied it.
Super excited to go to the dinner after this.
Yeah.
5430, man. They did a great job making this weekend even bigger. That's I think one of Coach Prime's big things is when something's going down, we got to make it big.
Yeah. Their name has been on everything, man. The talent show, the dinner tonight, the Lil Wayne, the game tomorrow. Shout out 5430.
I'm gonna have to ask permission, but if I get that permission, I'll hope to post some stuff on social, take you guys behind the scenes a little bit because I know a lot of people wish they could be there tonight.
Yep.
I've always believed it's better to get forgiveness than it is permission.
That's true.
Just do it and say my bad.
That's
Sorry,
true.
won't happen again. And then we still do it again next year.
So coming off of that, the 5430 Alliance, we've got some big-time visits here.
Yeah,
this
man.
weekend.
And it's some big boys, not just big time.
One of them just walked in right there.
Like the door disappeared.
Yeah.
Did you know who it was, Jake?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Do you know?
No, I didn't.
Okay. But let's get into it. I put out this list on the DNVR.com today. We kind of talked about these guys yesterday, so we'll just go pretty quickly.
Run it down.
Former Michigan State defensive lineman Derek Harmon, 6'5", 320 pounds, had 70 tackles, 6.5 TFLs, 3.5 sacks in 26 games and 15 starts over the last 3 years. Rashad Amos, he's already committed.
Yep.
Andrew Chamblee, big tackle out of Arkansas, or from Arkansas, was 2023 All-SEC freshman. Started 8 games. He's here.
Let's go.
Zechariah Owens, former Clemson interior offensive lineman, listed at 6'6", 360. This is one of the ones that Pastor was shouting out on Twitter. This guy's received a ton of Power 4 interest. He only played in 2 games last year as a true freshman.
Wait. Actually, never mind. I'm going to let that one go. Nothing. It was nothing with you. I'll say it. I was just say, wait till people find out that it's not just Shiloh and Shador, but Pastor Smith's out there doing work too.
Of course, man. He's been doing work too.
Yes. Man, December.
They're going to hate it.
Oh, yeah.
December, was it January off season? I did a show with Pastor Smith, and he was telling the world what Michael was going to do here.
Yeah.
He's been
He
on
knows
Micah.
ball.
He does,
So
yes.
he legit knows ball.
Yes. He was breaking down the running style, the pedigree, where he can say, y'all just watch. Just watch what he does spring ball. Sure enough.
2 more guys associated with Pastor Smith, former Auburn cornerback Colton Hood, and then his younger brother Brandon Hood, who was a 2023 3-star running back. He signed to Georgia as a preferred walk-on on February 7th. He is here.
I wonder what Pastor Smith would do for us had RK not cussed at him. Like, if we're getting all this.
You want to see something really funny that Pastor Smith said to me this week?
What's that?
Read this right here. Don't read it out loud, I don't think. Right above the brooms.
No, I got to read that. No. That's a good one. Shout out to E. Dewey Smith, Atlanta, Georgia. That's a great one.
Recruits, 5-star offensive tackle Michael Fasusi, a 2025 kid. He is here. He has CU in his top 7. That came out April 1st. 4-star running back Byron Lewis is here. Steve Wiltfong just filed a prediction for him to commit to Florida State, but he is here. He's the one on the long visit. He's been here, I think, since Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
It's Louis to me.
Yes, probably. I mean, it could be. Do you know if his last name is Lewis or Louis?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about this one? Running back Jeremiah Seaton, Jordan Seaton's younger brother. He is currently an unranked 2025 recruit, but he has offers from Maryland and Tennessee so far. He is here.
Do you think it makes us an unserious program if Jordan Seaton tells him he should come here?
Yeah, probably. Coach Prime's lost the locker room.
Yeah. Well, they got players recruiting. How dare him talk to his brother?
4-star offensive tackle Zaire Addison is also here. He put CU in a top 12 on March 19th. 4-star offensive tackle Nick Brooks is here. He put CU in a top 6 on April 16th. 4-star interior offensive lineman Javon McFadden is here. This is Jordan Seaton's cousin. He is from Maryland, 4-star player. Jarquez Carter, 4-star.
What's the name of the high school? Do you have it there?
For Javon?
Yeah.
Riverdale Baptist.
Okay, never mind.
Jarquez Carter, 4-star defensive tackle, is here. 4-star edge Javion Hilson is here. He's committed to Florida State. Mantrez Walker. We're going to get some commitments this weekend.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
Mantrez Walker has had, 7, 8 predictions filed for him to commit to Colorado.
Yep.
Keep an eye out. 2026 guys, we have just a couple. 4-star cornerback Dorian Barney is here. He put CU in a top 12 on April 3rd. And then 4-star edge Colton Yarborough. This one came out just yesterday. 6'5", 220-pound edge rusher out of Oklahoma. Top recruit out of Oklahoma.
Okay.
That's it.
They, Coach Prime's putting the work in on the high school recruiting this week. It's not just transfers.
Oh, yeah. And there's more, too.
Yep.
Like, Adam had more, on 247. There's a lot more than what I just said.
Oh, bro, I walked into this building and I was like, oh, my God, it looks like you ever been to one of those, Under Armour elite camps?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
what it looks
That's
like.
a
I
great
was
analogy.
like, oh, my God, there are just
The who's who are
high
here.
school football players everywhere.
You saw the Buzz Hayes Fawcett put out on Twitter. And then Steve Wiltfong, in his Whip Around article that came around yesterday, I mean, the stuff he's talking about in this is just crazy, man. He's expecting multiple commitments, guys from all over the 25, 26 class, and a few transfers. Julian Lewis will not be here. He's got the Elite 11. This is the article that had all the stuff about the negative recruitment.
Yeah.
That all came out and stuff.
We got to get Steve Wilfong on the show.
He's goated.
He's in the club. He's in the club.
Definitely.
Let me say this first, Jake. Great job.
Thank you.
Very thorough. I loved it. I'm sitting here watching your work while you're doing it.
Thank you.
Great damn job. And I think when you hear Jake's report, and if you just reflect back in your mind 48, 72 hours, and when all this turmoil was ginning up about who was leaving, and you saw, let's start at the top, Coach Prime. I mean, calm about it, it was just a regular day of the week, and everybody's wondering, oh, he's just faking it, he's losing control of the program. I think sometimes, man, if you get a benefit of the doubt to these guys who are walking around here in gold jackets and no business and no football, maybe they know something you don't know.
Maybe you would think, huh?
Maybe they know. Maybe what you see as a fire is nothing to them because they know what's coming. They know what's about to happen this weekend and beyond. Corner from Auburn.
Yeah, what about him?
Was talking to Coach about him earlier before we went on air, and he's like, Neely, you got to understand. Look at where we were a year ago. 80% going out.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Now you're talking about 90% staying. And even with the people we were bringing in last year, we were taking guys who, they may have been at, say, a Florida State, but they were a role player, maybe didn't play in any games.
Yeah, Derek McClendon, Bishop Thomas.
Bam. He said, dude, this is prime. He said, man, this guy not only played it off, he started.
He was going to start this year, Colton Hood. This is a big loss for Auburn.
He plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can hit the ground running, helping us.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a totally different thing from last year, and it's a totally different thing from just last week when the portal opened. And we all know how the portal works. People get in it before you get out of it.
Of course.
And so there's always mass attention to, I heard such and so left, such and so is in the portal. Well, that's the first 5-10 days. And then look what happens after that. And we've always tried to focus the narratives like, hey, y'all, calm down, don't panic. House is not on fire. Wait till you see who starts coming in.
It's all about the golf balls.
Would y'all believe me if I told you we got another commitment?
I was about to tell you.
Yep. Former Villanova offensive lineman Wyatt Hummel has committed to Colorado. This kid plays all over the offensive line. Can play center, can play guard, can play tackle. Listed at 6'6", 315. He's from Dallas, Texas. He was I think 2019 two-star recruit, but has played at Villanova the last few years. I don't have 2023, but played in 10 of 11 games in 22. So if anything, this is a solid depth piece.
And the fact that he can move around.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Need that.
Absolutely need it. And, we talked about, and I'm not going to put him in a box because the dude could come in and win a starting job.
Absolutely.
But we've talked about what a challenge it is to build depth through the portal. So just getting offensive linemen in here to add to the room and to compete is vital at this point.
I mean, we've had, without singling out names, you've had an offensive lineman leave in the early part of the portal who, if he were still here this week, would be a starter. Like he left before the dust settled.
Yeah.
Now, and that's, again, before this kid is coming, though, right? So, like, you've got people who can kind of jump the gun because they think things are better. And, man, God bless them. Go ahead. But the recruitment process here, and what Coach Prime is building here to the fan base out there, like, it's not the woe is me, what's going on. Mm-hmm. People are coming to replace what we're losing.
Yeah, and I assume you mean that from like someone's banged up.
Yeah. And that's where I was going. Excuse me. Like, part of this process, when you talk about ones and twos on this offensive line, are going to be so interchangeable throughout the season. No one's going to play one position every snap, every game.
Yep.
So, like, if you were quote unquote two, you're going to, by the time the season ends, gets the same number of reps as the guy who's one.
Yeah, this is probably a conversation for another day, just about the ripple effects of the portal and how this free transfer thing is potentially going to end up being a net negative, I think, for just young men and women in collegiate athletics.
No, it absolutely will be. Mathematically, you're right.
And so, yeah, that's a kind of a can of worms. But it is true that, like, there's something to be said for I'm the two right now, and I want to do anything and everything I can to become the one here, not go do it somewhere else where it might be easier. And I'm not saying every player enters the portal for that reason or anything like that. But there is something to be said about facing adversity and overcoming it.
And having exercising some patience.
Yep.
You look at this running back room. Before we just signed what we're bringing in, right? Alton went out first. Does he go out at all if Savion and Dylan go first?
Who knows?
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who knows? Because now the dynamic of the room changed.
Yep.
So it's these constant moving of dominoes and, like, the way they all fall. I just say don't panic.
Yes.
Like, we got a head coach, a recruiting department, and when the assistant coaches recruit, we got a thing put together here that we're going to replace anything we lose.
Yep.
D. Rich in the comment says Hummel played 402 snaps for the Wildcats last year, only allowing 3 total pressures.
Wow.
That's good. That's good math.
He was humming.
Yeah.
Tell people about your Toyota.
Man, I love my Toyota. Drove it up here to Boulder today.
Yep.
Used that cruise control where I don't even have to touch the wheel.
Spaceship.
I think legally, I don't know if I should say that, but you just got to touch the wheel like once every 30 seconds. And then, exactly, just let it know you're still there. You didn't fall asleep or something. But, man, I love the features on my Toyota. And I will drive that thing until it cannot drive no more. And that just might be for the rest of my life, for all I know.
They last.
Yes, they
Forever.
do.
They last.
Visit
Shout out
your
to Toyota, man.
Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you: AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe, and Centennial. Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR. Also, shout out to our friends over at Circa Sportsbook, the absolute GOATs.
Bless you.
We'll be back there. 3-ish, little less than that, actually, if it's mid-July, right?
Mid-July?
Yeah. I thought you were about to say 3 weeks, and my heart skipped a beat.
No, I could not handle that, man. But Circa Sportsbook's the best. You don't have to go to Vegas to cash in on their artisanal lines.
Handcrafted.
They're handcrafted lines. There's always just going to be a little bit more juice at Circa Sportsbook, especially on those money lines and plus money odds. Download the Circa Sportsbook app at circasports.com. Circa Sports bets can only be made while physically located in the state of Colorado. You must be 21 or older. All rights reserved. Circa Sports Colorado encourages you to gamble responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org.
I got to go back on something. Toyota.
Yeah.
All the places you mentioned are definitely on the Front Range.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know the Front Range now.
Let's go.
Like, I'm a Front Range expert. Ever since RK put me on game, when I drive around now, whether it's between here and Westminster, I know what the Front Range is.
Yep.
And all of those dealerships you mentioned have been certified by Neely to be on the Front Range.
And despite the people who were trying to say I was wrong, you can be in the Front Range and look at the Front Range at the same time.
Yep.
I got a second opinion after they pushed back on you, and you're exactly right.
Thank you.
You were right.
Thank you. Feels good.
You can be on the moon and see the moon.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, you just look down. You're on the moon.
I can't say for sure.
All right, guys, let's get into the
Let's
spring
go.
weekend. Let's kind of recap spring, too, because a lot has gone on this spring. There's been a lot of storylines.
Yeah.
The portal has been humming, of course.
Yeah.
Start with, your stars, Travis Shedeur, still Travis and Shedeur. What happened in the running back room kind of came on strong, and then the portal started happening.
Yeah.
But now it's already been rebuilt, and this has all happened in, the span of 2 weeks, basically. Omari and Miller's been out there balling. Charlie's been out there balling. Micah's been out there balling. The trenches are probably one of these stories of the spring also. I mean, you have the whole end of the Cormani saga. You have the DJ McKinney rise up. There's just a ton that's happened this spring.
Man, I think you touched all of them. I think that this, this portal thing has kind of diminished some of the beautiful stories about this spring because it took attention away from what was really taking place in Colorado football. And if you look at when this team reported here in April for spring ball, we left last season knowing there were some glaring things we got to get better. Offensive line, protect Shedeur, be able to run block. Defensive line, be able to stop the run, pressure QB. Those two things have been done. And, when you have running back room get flipped, number one ranked players choose to leave, people kind of forget about the successes of this spring. But I also want to add one in there, the success of this wide receiver room. And all the pieces are not here yet.
Yeah.
But the pieces that are here, what Wester's been doing and what Omarian's been doing, the just consistency of Caleb Mathis, what he's been doing in there, man. This wide receiver room cannot be slept on at all. I'm still kind of looking for that quote-unquote true tight end to emerge,
Right.
Somebody you were kind of thinking about, decide to leave, so there's still opportunity to grow there. But the offensive line, defensive line, wide receiver room, I love it. I love it.
I think one of the most fun storylines from the spring for me is the ones who didn't transfer. And I specifically mean guys who may have had a reason to. For example, Omari and Miller.
Yep.
This is a guy who Shedeur said himself could probably walk into any wide receiver room in the country or most wide receiver rooms in the country and be guaranteed that you're going to be the number one. And, if you wanted to do that, you'd have to salute him and tell him good luck. But no, he didn't care that they're bringing in Will Shepard. He didn't care of these other stuff. And he said, I'm going to put my head down and work. And because of that, now he's got an even better relationship with Shedeur. He's got the buzz. Charlie Offerdahl, to me, is one who could get 250 carries somewhere probably if he wanted to. Maybe a smaller school.
Sure.
But this is a guy he's just a football player. And would I have blamed him if he just wanted to go play football somewhere? No. But he sticks it out.
Jimmy Horn.
Yes, Jimmy Horn. And then one that I think has maybe been talked about the least, Tyler Brown.
Yeah, man.
Tyler Brown was kind of the forgotten one as last season he didn't get to play. Anyone that was on the team last year kind of got thrown into this offensive line sucks category. Tyler wasn't part of that, but it was like we need a new entire offensive line. And what they do, they went and got an entire new offensive line. And who was still there? Tyler Brown. He didn't say, "Oh, you're getting a new offensive line. I'm going somewhere else where I can play." No, he stood his ground, stood on business, and is giving those guys more than they want when it comes to taking a spot that he didn't want to leave.
And you could say the same about Hank too, Zelinskis.
Yep.
I tell you, let me double down on this Tyler Brown thing before I throw a name out to you. Everything you just said is spot on, and for Tyler to not only be keeping new guys away from his spot, getting exponentially better at his spot. You know, it's not like, all right, I'm standing here and I'm just going to block you. It's like, no, I'm
moving forward and pushing you back.
I'm improving, you know. But I give you one other name that we all would have just said, man, good luck, God bless, I understand, appreciate you. After that Utah game, Ryan Staub.
Yep.
You know, and here's a guy, I mean, he's not waking up tomorrow going like, okay, I'm going to replace Shador, you know, this week. Like, that ain't the game.
Yeah.
And who would have been mad at him after the way he managed and performed there and throughout the spring? Who would be mad at Ryan Staub? He said, you know what? I could be a one somewhere.
Coach Prime literally watched that game at Utah, came and sat in the press conference. It was like, he's probably going to want to transfer somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, but he here and working and grinding and being the best two that he can be when he's out there with the twos and the threes and doing his thing. All the names you named, put Ryan Staub in there. This team has a good group of men in that locker room and who want to be here.
Yep. And I'm not taking any credit, but of course last year we didn't put Cam on our first projected starters. I shouldn't have said his name even. He doesn't like when we do that. And he told us, like, that motivated me.
Yeah.
Tyler, he quote tweeted it when he wasn't on there and said, like,
I love it.
Bet.
I hope when we get to a July show, the two of you find some other guys to motivate.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah, let's motivate them, man, because they love proving wrong.
Yep.
Love it.
And as I said that day, and I'll say it a million times, that I would love for Tyler Brown to prove us wrong on that one. And,
absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think the next time we do it, he'll probably be in the projected starters.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
So many storylines this spring. One that we kept bringing up, just how, and this goes back to even January, is how much tighter the team is.
Yep.
Just in terms of bonding, in terms of the brotherhood, in terms of just being a team.
Yep. I love it. And here's where it started. Day one, way back in January, seems so damn long ago now.
It's crazy, huh?
Spring semester, but it seems like it was 2 years ago. What was Coach Prime's focus when we got here? Relationships. Put the phones down in the cafeteria, get to know people. Because what he saw in last year's team, particularly during adversity, is because we didn't know each other. We didn't know how to deal with adversity together, or even individually. Because I don't know what RK, I don't know how he's going to respond. I don't know how to coach and motivate him. And I'm not talking about coaches, I mean players. Man, there's been so much emphasis on getting to know each other around here. When you look at this revamped offensive line, you would think they've been playing together 2 years.
Yeah.
Same thing with the D-line. You would think they've been together 2 years. These guys just met, 60 days ago? And they're gelling because the emphasis has been on relationships. You see it all throughout this building, man. It is truly a team here. No comparison to this time a year ago. Really no comparison this time end of the season.
Yep.
So let's get to tomorrow a little bit.
No rain.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
You didn't help the mojo, man.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the rundown here. Let's actually hit a break real quick. Shout out to Raising Cane's, the absolute goats. They've been helping us present our draft coverage. Last night was, I think, a pretty damn good success.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Did you get your little Raising Cane's gift pack?
I did get my gift bag, yeah.
sick.
I haven't dug in yet. I got home last night, and I did straight to work on the visitor list, watching Bo Nix stuff. Like,
God just grinds, man.
Trying to.
How long do you think you could keep some Raising Cane's?
See, I
got a benchmark.
Listen. This is nothing to do with Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
If I'm getting fast food, I'm eating it immediately as it comes out of the window.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm with you there.
So I'll never find out how long Raising Cane's could last, or any other fast food restaurant.
I'm with you. My Raising Cane's, I get what I want and something else, and I eat the something else driving home to eat the Raising Cane's.
Do you want to tell the people so you can get roasted in the comments while you're bringing this up?
I stand on this. You can roast me.
Do it.
So, Jake and I, we do a live show. I don't think you were at this.
I was there.
You were there?
I was there.
Okay.
On Friday?
Come on, bro.
Bro, this has been an outrageous last few weeks.
It really has. I really don't remember if you were there.
It was the three of us and Block Bully.
It was.
That's right. On Friday.
It was.
Yes,
Come
that's
on,
right.
come
That's
on.
right.
Which Block Bully has been bullying Hiawatha all day long today. I thought he was going to be Block Buddy this week. He's been Block Bully. So, show ends. What does Neely do? What he always do? He gets a Ralphie to go. Best fried chicken sandwich in Colorado. Get home. I'm going to save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. We had a scrimmage. Ate up here. Had the go plate. Didn't eat the Ralphie. Sunday comes. Didn't eat the Ralphie. Monday comes. Didn't eat the Ralphie. We get to Thursday, 6 days later, and I go, I wonder if that Ralph is safe to eat right now. And because we had Friday off, I said, this is the day to do it. If I get sick, I got a day to recover. When I tell you that blue cheese on that Ralphie 6 days later, when you microwave it, gets a whole nother twang to it. You guys need to sell a 6-day-old Ralphie at the bar.
Holy cow.
The aged Ralphie sandwich.
Best Ralphie I've ever had was my 6-day dry-aged Ralphie.
Dry-aged Ralphie.
I stand on it.
Honestly, insane. I'm proud of our food quality that it held up. But wow, those are the types of risks that I just am not willing to take.
Well,
in this
but
life.
let me walk the risk back. You and I agreed, all fair, that leftovers 3 days old is fair game.
Yep.
So I'm only risking day 4, 5, 6 because 3 we got 3.
Yep.
Anybody's gonna eat something 3 days old. Any guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're talking about a Ralphie. Do you know how heartbreaking it would be for me to walk that Ralphie to the trash?
That would have been sad.
Having not taken a bite out of it.
Yeah.
And it was still just so picturesque, the way y'all present it. You got the top bun kind of laying to the side, but you can see the sandwich and the blue cheese and the cheese melting. It still was true to form.
I'm happy you enjoyed it.
And I
Crazy
survived.
decision.
I
But
cannot wait
what are the comments saying?
to get a Ralphie, fly it back to Mississippi and put it up. And eat it 6 days later.
Mr. Hillsman says, yeah, the twang is a little fungus, LMAO.
I mean, that's what blue cheese is in the first place.
It's just more of it.
But anyways, to get the best chicken fingers around, head on to Raising Cane's. Cook to order, hand battered chicken fingers. Race in. Turbocharge your chicken fingers and get them even faster by ordering online at raisingcanes.com or through the mobile app. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
You're the ad read MVP, man.
Thank you. True Fan Travel.
Also, shout out to True Fan Travel. They're putting on all of our road trips this year, including Nebraska and UCF. If you want to come with us, hang out with us, fly out with us, go to the tailgate with us, you can do so.
And I'm committing to y'all right now. Not Nebraska, UCF. We're going all the way to Orlando. Mm-hmm. I will bring a Ralphie for somebody to Orlando.
No one wants that.
And it's going to at least be 3 days old when we get there.
I'm curious to see if one person in the comments says I'm down.
If somebody says they're down, they're going to get the travel package for UCF, and you're going to be there. You want Uncle Lee to bring you a Ralphie. I'm bringing you a Ralphie.
Anyways,
the Girls Club says 6-day-old chicken is a straight toilet shot.
But toilet shots are every day regardless. Like nothing changes.
That's crazy. All right. Anyways,
go to
truefantravel.com/trips to book your spot today. Be on the lookout for more road trips from us brought to you by True Fan Travel. Sign-ups for away games are live. So you can go over there and I think I've been told, correct me if I'm wrong, that you can go at least put a deposit down now.
Let's do it. Get those deposits down. Hey, have we touched on that the game moved to Thursday? I know y'all did on y'all show.
Yeah. No, not on
I don't think we did.
Not with
Yeah.
us.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm fired up about it.
We're going to have the whole night to ourselves, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be watching that game.
Exactly. And that's what I was telling some people that were asking me about it because they were bummed because they have to move their trip, which I do understand.
I understand that.
People-
Labor Day weekend, I
Yep.
got to bump up some.
Yeah, but also, like, you already bought your ticket, so you're probably just going to get an extra day off of work anyway.
Yeah.
So I was just telling people, like, this is amazing because you get the whole world. This is going to be one of those games that, like, Dwayne Wade and LeBron are tweeting about during the game.
Exactly.
Like, it's going to be one of those. And it's going to be the first game of week one. So week 0 will happen. People will kind of get a taste of college football. They'll be ready to go. And then this game will roll around, and it's a week before the NFL starts.
Yep.
So this will be Thursday Night Football, the very beginning of football season. People are going to be hungry to watch some ball, and everyone's going to want to see.
Open up at home Thursday night, North Dakota State. Can't wait.
All right, before we get back to the show, Paisley and Shelia said they're down.
That's
for the Ralphie?
Y'all are crazy.
Yes, I think Eric also said he's down.
Screenshot it.
And then there are people, I think there's a lot of confused people out there because you just keep saying the Ralphie. This is a buffalo chicken sandwich we serve at the DNVR bar. It has nothing to do with the live buffalo who will be running tomorrow.
No. I did not eat Ralphie, the live buffalo, 6 days later.
It's a buffalo chicken sandwich, fried chicken, buffalo sauce, blue cheese crumbles.
Blue cheese. Oh, and the pickles.
And the pickles.
Yeah, the pickles. The pickles held up, man. I was worried. So here's what I did with the pickles.
Oh, Lord.
I was worried about the pickles. Not the 6-day part, the microwave part.
Yeah.
So, you have to have a control group.
Yep. Yeah, you got to take some.
Yeah. I took 2 pickles off, put them to the side, microwaved the other 2.
Oh, you still put some in?
Yeah.
Wow. Just
Then
to
put
see.
the 4 pickles back on, but
like
in different bite
it's like
radiuses.
an A/B test.
Yes. The pickles held up. The microwave pickles were no different from the non-microwave pickles.
Lord.
But the blue cheese was a little more blue cheesy.
I do hate when I got to figure out what I want to microwave and what I
Oh,
don't.
that's the hard part. Particularly the buns.
Yeah, it's like you have a leftover burrito, like illegal pizza or something. You're like, well, what am I going to do? Because there's guac in here.
Yeah.
That can't go in the microwave.
Yeah.
This is why when I always get a burrito to go, I get like my guac on the side.
On the
and
side,
stuff.
yeah.
That's brilliant.
Who am I
Okay.
kidding? I never have leftovers for my burrito.
I mean, that's true, especially illegal Pete's. Okay, we do have a spring game to talk about.
We do.
So let's get into it. What do you guys want to see tomorrow?
Jake, I don't know how to answer that. Here's what I want to see. I want to see whatever happens weather-wise, it is not happening right before the game and during it. That way we can truly have a scrimmage.
Well, okay, so looking at the weather here,
It's
does
not great.
have it's not great. It does say 65% chance of raining. It does only say it's going to snow, rain 2 inches. Tomorrow.
what time is kickoff?
1.
1 p.m. where we are sitting right now. It says 30% chance of rain, and I learned from a TikTok that doesn't mean that there's a 30% chance it's going to rain. It means that there's a 100% chance it's going to rain in 30% of this area.
Okay, so with that in mind, I think we can anticipate an abbreviated scrimmage of sorts.
Well, but maybe it misses us.
I would love to miss this. I think these guys have worked hard all spring and to showcase themselves and, what we know in football as the 15th practice of the 15 you get. But because it is a public practice, Ralph is there to ban. I want these guys to get that reward.
Yeah.
One of the grueling things about April to August to me in football is when you start fall camp in August, you're working towards something. When you're doing this grind in April, the payoff is like, I get to do this in front of people.
Yep.
We get paid. And so I would hate to see that get robbed or diminished. So I hope the weather cooperates because I would love people to see this offensive D-line go at it. I would love people to see these wide receivers with Shedeur having that time now go at it. We got an impressive group out there. So I'm hoping the weather just cooperates so people get to see a true scrimmage versus, drills or things that are abbreviated for safety.
I have a feeling that we're going to get that like light misty rain.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not quite as intrusive.
Yeah, I would love that.
We've gotten that a lot the last few weeks, too.
We have.
I want to see how the defense looks, specifically scheme-wise. I know we're not going to probably get too much into scheme and stuff tomorrow, but I just want to see how different it looks compared to last year. I want to see the cohesion. Just if they are playing how Coach Livingston has advertised this defense with their hair on fire, just a player-built defense or a scheme built around the players as opposed to a scheme that the players are trying to fit.
Well said.
This one is easy for me. I want to see Shedeur sitting back there, doing his laundry, hanging out, playing some video games in the pocket.
Yeah.
And then, getting rid of the ball.
Yeah.
And I also want to see Ryan Staub under immense pressure.
Yeah. He will be. I love also on the back end, I want to see the story. What's the story to take away from the scrimmage? You remember last year, spring game, the snow, they got the snow off the field.
Right.
Places rocking, it's televised live, jam-packed, sold out, all that. And then this receiver emerges. He transferred, but this receiver emerges. I want to see who that emerging guy is going to be from the scrimmage. Whether it's somebody who emerges with tape and now they get to shop themselves or somebody like, damn, I didn't know he had that in him. and he stayed. Whatever the case is, it's the end of the scrimmage that I want to say, man, who's that person you just walked away with going, I got to go to the store and get his jersey?
Yeah, I mean, is that a good segue into?
That's exactly where I was going to go. Let's get into it then. Let's make some predictions. We'll start with that one. Who do you think will be the surprise player of tomorrow's spring game?
For those of you who have been following this program for a while, I'll call this the Josh Ford player of the game. Josh Ford was a walk-on running back in the day. And it was just every spring game you left being like, why doesn't that guy touch the ball more? And honestly, when Charlie did it 3 years ago or 2 years ago, it was like, oh, man, this is reminding me of old Josh Ford days.
Yeah. Oh, you starting with me, Jake?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So let me tell you who I would have loved to have said, but it's not going to happen. Charlie probably is more than likely not playing. And I think that it would have been set up for him.
Yep.
You know, to have a breakout scrimmage. But he needs to get well because we got a fall camp coming, and so God bless him in that regard. So I'm going to go receiver, and it's really a toss-up, man.
Not a serious injury, though, right?
No. It's just something that needs to heal completely.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's walking around the cafeteria.
Yeah.
He's here.
You know, I don't want to freak
out.
out.
No, nothing to freak out over. It's one of those things that's not worth a scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with Micah. Has a slight toe nag. It's nothing, that's career ending, but it's not worth a scrimmage. You remember last year when Jimmy had like the groin and thigh thing and sat out front of the scrimmage. It's just one of those things. But speaking on that, I would say Mario Miller or Jimmy Horn is going to leave with the wow factor if we truly get to play this scrimmage. And I know you're going to make me pick one, so let me go Jimmy Horn Jr.
All right.
Jake, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. I've got a lot of names flying around right now.
Yeah, it's hard to choose.
I'm going to kind of take a shot. I'm going to say Savell Smalls / Morgan Pearson at tight end.
Wow.
I love it.
That is
I know that's not bad.
That's what I'm going to go
with.
That would be exciting. These are like this is what makes the spring game
You win
fun,
if it rains.
What do you mean?
That route right there is going to happen before that route.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's exciting about the spring game, right? Because we've just, especially all of us who aren't like Neely, who gets to watch every practice, we've just heard bits and pieces, and it's like you get to go out there and see what Savell Smalls looks like lined up at tight end.
Yeah,
that excites me.
I love that one, man.
Thanks.
Can we switch?
Sure.
No,
I mean, if you're gonna give me Jimmy and Omari, and I'll take that
I'm
too.
not giving you.
I will take Omarion. I'll take Omarion Miller. I think he gets a poster touchdown. In the corner that everyone's talking about.
You know why I believe that? It's happened at practice every day.
Yeah.
It has literally happened at practice every day. So I believe that.
We all went with offense, so we all got room to add a defensive player.
I was going to say that we should go around again.
Yep.
Let's do it, but before we go around, I got to tell you a quick story.
Okay.
Shout out to mate Mark Vassett.
Yeah.
He came up to me at walkthrough this morning, and he said, "Hey man, you picked me. I saw the show.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate it. So I watch y'all. I love the three of y'all together. But I would do his accent if I could. He was
appreciate you, Mark.
Saying it Aussie. So shout out to Mark to mate.
We're gonna have him on the show.
Absolutely. So if we're gonna go defense, let me see. Based on practice, what I've been seeing, I want to pick either Cameron Silman-Craig or JB. The weather might prevent Cam from doing something deep, so let me go with Jeremiah Brown on defense.
All right.
For impact player.
And has Jeremiah Brown moved full time back to the edge?
I don't know if I want to call it full time.
Okay.
Yeah, he moves a lot.
I love that. That's what I was clamoring for last year.
You stole my guy, Neely.
Oh man, my bad.
It's all good. I'm gonna go with someone who we've already kind of picked out before. Give me Israel Solomon.
Nice. Yeah, you're really in your bag.
You're deep in the bag.
Dude,
he's healthy. He's good to go.
Yeah, he had another PBU on Well-Off or something this last week where it's like no one's talking about it, but it's like that's a damn good play, bro. I see you, Izzy.
I love that.
No, I like that. And he calls people out too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. His dad is on it too, standing on business.
No, I like that, man. You got two good ones.
I think that there's going to be a lot of running the football if the field's wet. And so I am going to go with Levante Bentley.
Okay. Not far from my pick.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Or actually, no, I'll leave it.
I can see that.
Block Bully could have a day too.
Do we go one more time?
That low center of gravity. that's helpful in the slippery conditions.
I mean, if I go one more time, it's going to be quick. I'm going Mark Fassett again. Like,
Okay.
he's going to be at the Wisconsin Punch. You know, they're going to have a special teams period, and people get to see his leg. One of the things I love about Mark, particularly when he's working out the punt returners, and here's what I love for the fans are going to get to see. If it's anything like practice, you're going to get to see Travis Hunter fielding punts.
I was just going to say that was exciting.
So
I got to jump in here because I've gone third in every round, and
Yeah,
I
go
really
for it.
want this
No,
guy.
go.
Give me LeJontay Wester.
Yes. Yep.
nice.
Couldn't let him slide.
No. Traded up to get him.
Yeah.
You
For
want to
nothing.
go?
Yeah.
You want to go again?
No, I'm staying
Oh, you
pat
said
with
Mark.
Mark.
You said
Yeah,
Mark. You
yeah.
said Mark. Another guy who I've kind of just noticed watching Well Off and stuff, Nikhil Webb-Walker,
Good one.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the offensive line. I'm excited to see Jordan. I'm excited to see just kind of what you said, Ryan. I want to see Shador playing video games, folding laundry back
Yeah.
there. So
Wait till y'all see.
How often do you think Shador folds laundry?
Wait till y'all see Khalil's shoulder pads in person.
I want to. Okay,
The
look.
guy goes from 6'5" to like 7'2"
Yeah, yeah.
with that brace on back there.
First off, I don't want any injuries, right? No injuries.
No interest, yeah. Absolutely.
I want to see Khalil bury someone.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, he'll find
Somebody's
a way.
getting pancake. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you see, by the way, the clip that Coach Phil tweeted out today?
Yep.
He tweeted out. He said, "Someone asked me how I used to finish my blocks, and it was something that I've seen Khalil Benson do like 3 times in practice." I'm like, I see where this is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
diving on a dude after you got him on the ground.
And then use them to get up.
Yes.
You're going to use your helmet. Thank you.
Any other predictions? Anything else you want to watch for tomorrow before we hit questions here and get out?
I think it's going to be a great day. I think if you're in the Denver, Boulder area, you should come on, not worry about the weather, to see this team, this revamped offensive line, defensive line, a better, stronger Shador. We got some guys in the studio with us, team room studio, that Jackson State guys, and then when they saw Shador, they was like, "Damn, he's gotten bigger."
Yeah.
Like
go.
it's going to be a good show. You should come out.
I got to say a couple things. One, shout out to 5430. They've done such a great job
Of course.
with everything that's going on this weekend. But if you didn't get tickets to Lil Wayne or you're not going, you're looking for something to do tomorrow night, and you're not a Lakers fan, come down to the DNVR bar. It's going to be insane. I would recommend getting there early because we're now having to cap it capacity-wise.
Wow.
But it is I feel like it's a rare experience to see the way that we pack that bar
come
up.
down, man.
Yeah.
I love the noise meter in there. This will be a good litmus test for anybody who's coming down to watch that game. Ends up being a sweep. If you buy a Ralphie and keep it to round 2 starts, it's about 6 days.
It could be more than that, too.
It could be.
Even if we get a game
I've
7.
established 6, you don't die.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's time for somebody to
you're
go
gonna push
7
the
8.
limits?
Someone wants to put.
Somebody
someone
has to.
push.
Yeah, somebody
Please
has to go.
don't. By the way, the DNVR bar does not approve of this, and we take no responsibility for your insane eating decisions.
All right. Shout out to our wonderful friends at Circle K. Circle K, we need your help. We have lost 2 convenience stores near the DNVR
Yes,
bar.
please save us, Circle K.
And there's another one it's a bit of a walk, but it's not a Circle K. We want a Circle K right there on the corner of Colfax, New
Yep.
York.
My first walk with you was to a convenience store.
It was,
Yeah.
when you came through.
Yeah.
But Circle K is the best. They're all over the place. So if you're road tripping, fill up at a Circle K, get all your snacks, everything that you need to be on your way on the road. You can get a free any size Polar Pop from Colorado Circle K's by texting DNVR to 31310. That's DNVR to the number 31310. Message and data rates may apply. Periodic recurring messages per month. Terms and conditions can be viewed at CircleK.com. Sign up with the QR code on the screen or visit CircleK.com/inner-circle for more info. Legal Pete's.
Big shout out to Illegal Pete's. If I wasn't about to have a delicious short rib dinner,
Yeah.
I'd be going to Illegal Pete's tonight because Illegal Pete's steak and queso burrito just hits different. And you could also go reverse nachos, taquitos, fish tacos. There's so many great options there. And it's all done in what I would call is like a unique Colorado style. So if you're looking for a place to eat while you're out here, check it out. Illegal Pete's is the absolute best. And they've also, most locations have great patios. And today I think it's still patio weather. So
It
even though
is.
tomorrow
It is.
may not
It is. Let me say this about you and you and Alyssa, you. and everybody back in DNVR and his partnership with DNVR, the pregame show.
It's friendship.
Brotherhood.
Yes.
There are a lot of people who talk it and never walk it. The fact that you guys are going to the dinner, like you not only promote giving to the Alliance, like the table ain't free.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, table's damn proud of.
Thankfully, someone else who
no, but it doesn't. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. It's still a byproduct of the promotion of it and seeing to it that we're putting in. We're not just saying, "Hey, y'all giving time, energy, effort to it," and that's what it takes, man.
And I do give.
Yeah, absolutely. I know.
4:30.
Yeah, absolutely, because we want to win and we're going to win.
Yep.
So just want to put that out there.
I honestly think it's even more so a testament to the community that we have around us. And that have kind of rallied around us that we obviously love to embrace. That they reached out to us and said they'd love to have us with them at their table.
Absolutely.
Shout out Buff Nation.
We got questions? We're going there next?
Yeah, we need the FDP to hop on.
I'm
the
on.
funky dope producer.
And we got to kind of cruise because you guys got to go.
Let's go.
A lot of people want to know where we can watch the spring game.
Pac-12 Network.
Yep, Pac-12 Network. And when the game goes off, get out your bugle and play taps.
Someone did tell me
Because it's over.
It is, finally.
International follower told me that there's a Pac-12 international channel on YouTube that streams this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So if
you're watching internationally or if you know some tricks.
Yeah, get a VPN.
Or if you got what's that, Sling? It's on Sling.
Okay, there you go.
What's up? What's next?
Jay wants to know, do the Sanders have a deal with Louis Vuitton? No one has given greater exposure to Louis Vuitton than CP. We know most of the deals he has, but I've never heard anything official on the luggage.
I don't know about the deal, but the fact that they were at the fashion show, they clearly got a relationship.
Yeah.
You remember the fashion show that y'all all mad about because they didn't go to homeless shelter instead?
Yep.
Yeah. That seemed like 9 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was just yesterday. So I don't know about official deal, but she's clearly got a relationship. Shout out to Pharrell. I call him for real because he's so for real.
Nicole wants to know, did Seton reclass at any point? I think he was talking about his brother.
Jeremiah? I don't know. There's not much info on him on 247. So.
Rayan67 wants to know, Neely, is there a player coming from Jackson State in the portal? If so, who?
I don't know. But I do know that Coach Prime truly appreciates the talent at HBCUs, and from time to time has reached out to HBCU coaches like, hey, man, if y'all got a guy that you think can prosper, let's get him somewhere where he can truly do that. So opportunity abounds and relationships, everything in football.
And those coaches are like, no, we're trying to hang on to him.
Yes, they say that.
Baron with a super chat. Always enjoy these three and the funky dope producer together.
There she is.
Thank you.
And I always describe the funky dope producer's wardrobe for people who can't see her. She has on some sandals.
That's weird.
Like some diamond, open
I wish they were diamond.
Like they're just glistening over there. Like she's cool in it, man.
Some cheapy rhinestones. Can you ask Neely about when new jerseys will be revealed? HS wants to know.
I would imagine around fall camp.
Okay.
You'll probably get a leaked release. Like one of the things I love.
Watch out for Antonio Brown.
Yeah. One of the things I love is when we, plant Easter eggs like the Marvel movies. We'll do something in Coach Prime's office and leave a helmet on his couch and people zoom in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This chat misses nothing.
So look for that kind of stuff.
Right.
In this off season. But it's coming. I've seen several of the cleats downstairs shoes. They look good.
Someone
How
sent
about
me,
that car?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Lambo with
Bro.
the Prime air freshener. No detail is missed.
That was unbelievable. So I saw the original pic that dropped with Coach leaning up on it. I was like, damn, that goes hard. And then I just thought that was like a photoshopped.
No.
And then I saw the real car out there. I was like, holy shit, that is insane.
And people got to go up there today at the old field house. I guess it's called the old field house.
Balch.
Yep. And you could buy the shoes, take a pic by the car. Coach Prime went up there and fist bump with the people in line, about 100 people in line when he made his way through. And the Prime Lambo with the shoe design is on it.
I'm kind of bummed I didn't know about this.
It was like a Nike pop-up shop or something.
Secret drop.
Yeah, they posted about it like noon.
Yeah.
And we're like, 1 o'clock, come through.
Yeah.
Stupid meetings. Sick of it.
Tampa Bong. It's $125, but it's
Holy.
Philippine Filipino
currency?
Yeah.
All right.
But
like
Tampa
3
Bay.
cents.
We have no idea.
Could
be worth more.
He says if players are leaving Colorado, they are ducking competition, ? But if they are coming to Colorado, they aren't ducking competition. Make it make sense.
Let me make that make sense. Let me make that make sense. Because I don't want to say I'm sick of something because that act like it bothers me, and it really doesn't bother me. You can't take a statement that's made about 1 or 2 guys and then try to say like, oh, you must be saying it about 4,000 guys.
Why is that so hard to understand?
I don't understand what's so hard to understand it. There are people who leave programs because the only way they would get an opportunity to play would be to compete and win the spot when they could transfer and have an easier task of getting to play. Yep. That doesn't mean that everyone who's coming in is dodging competition where they're coming from. We're talking about unique, specific situations in this space. And for someone to take that and say, oh, you're making a global statement about everybody. If you say that about everybody, no one's going to want to come. Well, and we're signing people today.
To be honest, man, I was you were incredibly direct about who you were talking about. It wasn't vague.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And one of the guys that I was talking about hugged me in the cafeteria today.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't personal. It is what it is.
I think you said it really well. But it is just important to note that, like, everyone transfers for a different reason.
Yeah.
And, heck, there could be a guy transferring to Colorado who was dodging competition somewhere else. It's I don't know of it, but it's possible.
It is possible.
So I think that's just really important. Like, every guy transfers for a different reason. And I mentioned reasons yesterday. I even forgot one. Some guys transfer because they think their program sucks and they're going to lose and they want to go win somewhere.
Yeah.
Deion Hayes.
Yeah.
That's why he left Pitt. He was going to start at Pitt.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, we're not going to win. I'm going to go to Colorado.
You know, here's another thing I
decision,
don't understand. In this very room, right, literally where you're sitting,
Yeah.
a guy gets up, Coach Prime, and goes right there and says, these are the standards, these are the expectations, and let me teach y'all about a word in business and leasing and property called eviction. And this is what happened when you fail to live up to your part of the agreement, you get evicted. Everybody applauds it. That's right, Coach. Cutting no deals. That's not how life works. Everybody has to perform in life if they're trying to make it in their space or what have you. Fast forward, a person gets evicted. Oh, they're so wrong. Like, you can't have it both ways. Yeah. Like everybody wants to eat the steak, but nobody wants to go by the slaughterhouse and see how it's made. Like, this is real world business, college athletic business. You have collective NIL now. It is really true business. People are trying to win and win now, and Coach Prime will always say, do you help us win now? Do you help us win with development? And if it's not one of those 2 boxes, you sit here if you want to, but you're not going to play.
Yeah.
I don't get what people don't get about that, Jake.
Yeah. I said it yesterday. Listening's hard.
Next question. Thank you for the super chat.
Salty Vet wants to know what round do you think Xavier Weaver will be drafted in?
Oh, man. I hope 3rd round. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'd probably say 5th or 6th.
I'm going to say 4th.
Yeah, I was pushing for 4th, but 5th wouldn't surprise me.
Nothing surprises me about the NFL draft anymore. Mm-hmm. You've got Michael Penix Jr. getting drafted by the Atlanta Falcons after they just paid Kirk Cousins $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on out there?
Insane.
Just setting up for Shedeur to go to the Cowboys. Go Cowboys.
That was my original call. Sadly, it's not looking like the Broncos.
No, exactly. Like, yeah. It is what it is.
It is.
Devon Jones wants to know, so who are the running backs for tomorrow then?
Christian Serum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, it's perfect news.
No,
it worked out
perfectly. There's nothing to add. You may see a twist as far as a receiver go back there and go in motion, but just because we've replaced the running back room, they're not here. They didn't participate in spring. They can't play. So due to attrition leaving out and injuries within, it's not a lot of options.
I assume this would be against NCAA rules, but I think it would be cool if you could, like, call up Colorado School of Mines and be like, hey, there's going to be a lot of eyes out here. Does one of your running backs want to come run with us?
Yeah. Like the quarterback did for Pro Day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 2 more here. Super chat from Shaquille Oatmeal. He says, great show. Question for all 3 of you. What percentage of players do you think watch the show or notice your comments about them on the show?
A lot.
High
A very high
Way
percentage.
more than we know.
Yeah.
I honestly have to not think about that.
Yeah.
because it makes it hard.
Yeah, you want to keep it real, and sometimes
exactly.
real ain't polite. But you got to keep.
I think you can be real and polite, but no one ever hears you say something that's not glowing about them and thinks like, oh, at least he said it politely.
Right.
But one thing I can't always say is the truth. Like, no, I can't say I've heard Jake lie. And to even the people who push back with the stuff I was saying this week, no one said it's a lie or had proof that it was a lie. Hey, speaking of running backs, though, something just popped in my head. Today at the walkthrough, Coach Prime is calling out different groups. And he goes, wait. Cash, get a tailback. Oh, it was beautiful.
Nice.
Like, it was the funniest damn thing ever, man.
Coach Prime loves him some Cash Cleveland.
Yeah, man.
Okay, last super chat here from Barron. He says, Jake, what's the emotion after Broncos drafting Bo Nix?
Yeah, Jake.
Oh, man. Look, okay. I did a lot of thinking last night.
All right.
It's good.
I did a lot of
Reflecting.
Not reflecting.
Looking in the mirror.
No.
Was a bucket of vodka involved?
I mean, I guess maybe you could call it that. Like, I looked at why I was biased against Bo Nix, and I read a lot and watched a lot about what Sean Payton said, what George Payton said about why this decision was made, why so many people liked Bo Nix, and why he's so controversial. And I was telling you guys before the show, I mean, Josh Pate talked about this on his podcast, like hidden story of college football. Basically what it is because of NIL, more players are staying in college football. More players are getting paid. So this year in particular, there are going to be a lot less early declarees for the draft, and it's going to be a lot of older guys coming in. Bo Nix is kind of the start of that. He started his college career before COVID even. He's been through a lot in college, transferred. He fought through adversity, kind of changing his play style really and growing as a player from Auburn to Oregon. If he's Sean Payton's guy, he's Sean Payton's guy. And I trust Sean Payton with the keys of this franchise 100%. That hasn't wavered.
Yeah, I mean, we have no choice, right, to trust Sean Payton. We have no choice now to hope that they were right about Bo Nix. That was kind of my thoughts on it, is like, all right, well, they got a guy. Now I'm interested to see what happens. And, Sean Payton is here for one reason. This is it.
Well, I got a question for Michigan, Jake. With all that Denver did, well, how about you and your Chargers? How y'all looking?
That quote that he had last night, man.
That was a banger. That was a banger.
The Chargers are fucking coming, man. I'm telling you.
No,
they are going to be a good football team very, very soon.
Did you hear the quote? He was asked about, there's a lot of questions about the weapons on this team.
Because they took Joe Alt over Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw that.
Did you think of, or what was the consideration of drafting, some weapons? And Harbaugh goes, we look at offensive linemen as weapons.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a banger. I got to give it to him.
He goes, they're the tip of the spear.
Yeah.
Like,
me and my guys were watching the draft.
I miss him.
When they took the old lineman, I was like, oh, he's just trying to change the culture. I said he would change the colors if he could.
Probably.
I saw like Michigan fans under that tweet being like, I can't believe we fucked this up. Like,
and lost it. Yeah.
God, man.
Harbaugh. Shout out to him. That's your real team, by the way, San Diego Chargers.
Oh, no, they're not. They're on the clock right now. Pick is in, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
But that's not
I
his real
forgot
team. He's literally aware they're about to pick, but it's not his team.
Keon Coleman, first pick of the day.
To
Buffalo.
Oh, that's sick. Keon Coleman is nasty.
Yeah, he's dope. Anything else?
No, that was it.
The Chiefs getting Xavier Weaver is malpractice by the NFL.
It's a non-factor.
So
He's
regardless
matter.
of weather, post game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably right here.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it. I want them to know it.
Yeah.
Be our first post game show since the fall.
Yeah.
It's the first time we've been in here since middle of November.
Yep.
I missed it.
Me too, man.
I love this place.
It feels
Even
so
though you
good to
walked
be
in,
back.
you talked about the somewhat locker room smell.
It smells like football players in here.
Yeah. Kind of get you going. So it almost smelled like the blue cheese on a 6-day Ralphie.
Here we go. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, we'll be back
That wasn't
tomorrow.
completely off the rails. It wobbled.
Yeah.
And kind of regrouped.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it that way.
This was a fucking banger, boys.
Yes, it was. Great show.
Come hang out with us tomorrow. I can't wait to hang out with y'all and just be around Buff Nation again. It's going to be a movie, I swear.
It's going to be outstanding.
Let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.